the highest COVID transmission rates in the world. One of the highest COVID transmission rates. We're approaching 6,000 deaths so far this year. Was a decision taken that this is an acceptable number? And if not, what are you doing to stop 50 deaths from COVID a day in Australia?
Well, there's been 7,853 deaths where people have died with COVID in this country. There's been 2,376 in aged care since the pandemic started. There have been 65 deaths in the last 24 hours of people who died with COVID, and 15 of those were in aged care. And every single one of these deaths from the outset of this pandemic is a terrible loss for the families of those who have been lost. Now, you will also know that as the number of case numbers has risen, and that's what was always going to happen as part of the national plan that we put together with the states and territories, the case numbers would rise. And there were some 53,000 case numbers yesterday. And what you see when you have case numbers of that level is that people, when they pass away from many other causes, they will die with COVID, and their deaths are recorded as COVID deaths. But that doesn't necessarily mean, as the premiers themselves have set out, that they passed away because of COVID. That's a very different proposition. And that's also the position of the Chief Medical Officer and the other health authorities around the country.